About set for baseball now on the show as you get a look at Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Oakland A's and the New York Yankees. Yankee baseball starts now. Number 18 will be on the mound for the series opener. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip, less than 1. What that means, he's allowing less than 1 base runner per inning. Outstanding.
Billy Burns heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 1.
First of 3 is underway on this Tuesday night as the opening pitch is taken for ball 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
And the thing about baseball is that each new day brings a new opportunity. So we'll see if these guys are up to the task here.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Two-one pitch, a circle change taken for a called strike 2. 4 pitches, fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
And he lays off ball 4. That's exactly what you want your leadoff man to do, work the count and get on base.
Now, he's got to take a deep breath out there on the mound right now. I mean, not only will he kick himself for walking the leadoff guy, but also he just walked the fastest guy in the building. I mean, that's definitely not what he wanted to do out there.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
I think Lawrence is pretty consistent and respected for his strike zone. He doesn't seem to miss many pitches too often.
The 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
He's gotten off to a really slow start here in April. Well, maybe this can help him snap out of it. That's a sharp single there.
Coming to the plate now, Michael Young, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
They've got an opening here, so this is where you can really jump on a guy out there before he's settled in.
In for a strike, it's 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul for the second strike. Hot shot to third. Scooped up to second for 1. On to Carter, and it's in time for a double play. With that, here's Bob Melvin's lineup for the visiting Oakland A's. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
I think you really have to focus on what the pitcher's going to give you. If he's going to pitch you away, you got to go the other way. That way you can string together a few hits to put up some crooked numbers in this game.
Chris Davis will stand in here, 1 for 4 in Sunday's ball game. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1.
And even after the double play, you can still make something out of this inning with a simple base hit here.
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
With the runner at third, 2 away, I think they're just being awfully careful right here.
And this one's over at the knees, 2-1.
Well, I think the time for patience is over. You've got to make something happen up there when you've got a runner in scoring position.
To 2-2 now.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1 left for Oakland. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Kendall Graveman gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's been what you would call a 4th or 5th starter. Got a career ERA of over 4, but he will give you innings, and he is dependable.
Shin-Soo Choo comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Yankees, right fielder, Shin-Soo Choo.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's more of a slurve than a slider, but whatever it is, it's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and he is going to have extra bases here to start the home first. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he went down and beat a good pitch right there. This thing is right on the knees, maybe even a little below the knees, but he still went down and got it. And he pulls into second with 2 bases. That is some sweet hit.
Here's Starlin Castro, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. The double was his 3rd of the season here in this first month. Skied into straightaway right. Diaz is under it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And he is in there. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, I really appreciate the way that Bryce Harper plays the game. Now, he's been a menace to opposing pitchers lately. He's hit 4 home runs in the last 10 ball games. He's shown that he's a serious power threat, so they better be careful not to leave any mistakes out over the plate.
First delivery to him on the way. Mike Trout comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
And he probably doubted he'd be in trouble this early, but he's already got a runner in scoring position, and now he falls behind the number 3 guy.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. 1 out and a runner on third. Hit hard to short. And a base hit as the run will score from third and the Yankees score first. It's 1-0. And he'll get in there safely.
He's trying to cut this thing off in left center and get it back in a hurry, but he just takes his eye off it for a split second, and that's all it takes for this to become a single and an error. Good hustle, though.
Bryce Harper will stand in now, currently 5th in the American League in hitting.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
And in the first inning, with this guy already looking a little shaky, I think you let him throw you one here. He hasn't proven to me that he can find the strike zone yet.
That's 2-0.
Hey, it's danger any way you look at it right here. You've got a base open, but you've got an even better hitter waiting on deck. So I don't think I'd be working around this guy. I'd be forced to go right after him.
1 out and a runner on second base. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And this will reach the wall out around the 318 sign. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Well, they are definitely not having any trouble seeing this guy so far. The second run's in to score on the double. It's 2-0 now already. And he's already putting his guys in catch-up mode here in the first inning.
So a runner on second with 1 down now. And here's the left fielder, Matt Holliday. And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on it, especially when he needs that ground ball. But even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
And Holliday will not offer at that one. It's a ball and a strike. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 3-0 game.
Batting 6.
Boy, that's now 3 extra base hits he's coughed up here in the first inning. And a lot of times that doesn't bode all that well for him sticking around late into a ball game. So he's going to need to turn things around right now, or he might be looking at a real short outing.
Here's Chris Carter now. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Boy, and slow out of the box that time as he's tagged out quickly. And with a quick breather here, let's look at how Oakland aligns defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, the last place you want to hit it to the shortstop. Actually, anywhere between second and third base. That's how much range he has out there at this position. Very aggressive player, makes a lot of great defensive plays.
Didi Gregorius will stand in, hoping to get things turned around here in April as he enters play with an average down in the 220s. On the ground to the left side. Throw on to Alonso takes care of him, and that ends the inning. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and a runner left. Second inning upcoming here in the Bronx. It's the Yankees 3 and the A's nothing. Stephen Vogt will get his first shot here, coming off a 3-hit ball game in Sunday's series finale. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
And he falls behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Not too sure how you take that one on 0-2.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how you call it a ball either.
Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Trout. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Mark Canha will take his first cuts now. 0 for 4 in the ballgame back on Sunday. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's in there for a strike.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, look at Didi. He goes to first. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
And you wonder if this is a ball that he probably should have just held on to. Instead, he tries to force it to first, and I think they're going to score this as a single and an error.
Here's Yonder Alonso. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. 1 home run and 3 driven in. Here comes the 1-0. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Holiday is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out.
And this is one of those guys that throws what you call a heavy sinker. Normally he's going to get a lot of ground balls, but he leaves this one up in the zone. And I think he's lucky that this ball didn't get hit farther than it did.
Trevor Plouffe will stride in. He was 1 for 3 in the ballgame back on Sunday. From the stretch. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. In there, and it's even now. 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Castro. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. The A's strand 1. Still down 3-0. Tucker Barnhart will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. Eight, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
It seems like he's just dancing around him so far in this at-bat. No fastballs yet. He's behind 2-0. I know what I'm looking for if I'm hitting.
Chop foul at the plate. Strike 1. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
And this is a nice job so far out of that number 8 hole. Taking some pitches, trying to get on, leading off the inning.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
And that whole at-bat, I felt like he didn't really want to challenge this guy. And I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order that you really have to go after.
Donovan Solano gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Runners off for second. Dribbled back toward the mound. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Well, not exactly what he wanted to do right here, I'm sure, but with the runner moving, no shot at second base to get him, so they're going to move a guy into scoring position here with just 1 away.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. Drilled on the ground to short. Young is up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, number 14, second baseman, Starlin Castro.
Into the box now. Starlin Castro. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Davis on the move. And that retires the side. 1 left for the Yankees. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Alejandro De Aza steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Billy Burns He'll get a second shot now. He worked out a walk to open the ball game.
And you know, Matty, it was a really good at-bat he put together, too. He saw a lot of pitches, and that's exactly what you want from your leadoff guy.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. One out, nobody on. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2. Hit hard to short. On to first, and there were two down.
Up next,
now, these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Stepping in, Marcus Semien. He reached on a single in his first try.
And everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
First offering on its way. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Line to the right side. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. First baseman not normally known as the greatest leapers, but this wasn't too bad. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Mike Trout digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
And he lays off there, 1-0. There's a cut fastball that time that runs in a bit too tight, and it's 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
And there's the first strike, 2-1. Called strike on the sinker, 2-2 now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full, 3-2.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
Sent on the ground out to second. Simeon's got it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
The designated hitter, number 34, Bryce Harper.
1 out here in the Yankees' 3rd inning, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. First pitch coming, here it is. Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. Now the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
And after that double in his first at-bat,
You can tell they're approaching him with a bit more caution here. As well they should.
That's 3-1 now.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Smoke toward third. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Yankees, left fielder, Matt Holliday.
Matt Holliday stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around. First pitch of the at-bat. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. That's inside. 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And he watches this one in there for a high strike.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
Right side, hit hard. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Chris Carter will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Chopped weakly to the left. Reined in. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. The Yanks leave 1, but they lead it 3-0. Leading off the inning, Michael Young, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
And it's quickly 0-2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Good changeup right there, down in the strike zone. Definitely the one they wanted to strike him out on, so that's a great job to lay off.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here's Chris Davis now. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
A high fastball that time in the strike zone and on the outside corner. But that is a dangerous spot to be pitching if you're only throwing in the low 90s.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And he's just running right through these guys. Absolutely worn them down.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Stephen Vogt will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Line toward the gap in left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the A's. They trail in this one 3-0. Didi Gregorius is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
Here we go on an 0-2 count. All you have to do is start that thing right down the middle of the plate and then just let it work its way in. Hopefully get a swing through or maybe even a shattered bat.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Now batting.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out and show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Stepping in now, Tucker Barnhart. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for his strike 1 and 2.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
One, 2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Pitch on the way. Grounded back up the middle. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting.
That's a nice backhanded play there at second. You'd like to be able to get in front of this ball if you can, but here he does a nice job of looking it into the glove, and then he makes the throw to first for the out.
Standing in now, Donovan Solano. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They lead it 3-0. Leading off the inning, Mark Canha, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Hit to short. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
First baseman number 17, Yonder Alonso.
Yonder Alonso is at the plate now, flied out in his first at bat. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
This is well struck, high and deep toward the left field corner. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone, a home run. Yonder Alonso with a solo home run. And the A's are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
And even though this is only 1 run, this is important, not just because it gets them on the board, but also because they needed something to get the dugout going a bit. Give them some life.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in.
Trevor Plouffe.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2.
And a good job there of bouncing back after the home run. He looks to be unfazed by it. So he goes right back to business and gets the pop-up to the next guy.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alejandro De Aza. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a high strike there, 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Into the box, Billy Burns. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score. Fastball called for strike 2.
Maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
Here it comes, 0-2. Drilled down the line. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Here comes the first pitch. Out in front of it, strike 1. Two down, runners at first and second. And he takes this one high, 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see, and he was right on that one.
In now, Michael Young. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Looking to minimize the damage here. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
That's a good idea, 1-2 right there, just to see if he'd chase. But now with the count even, I think this one has to be in the strike zone because you don't want to run the risk of loading the bases for the cleanup guy.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees lead it 3-2. Shin-Soo Choo comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
And this is a really important inning for him right here. Your guys go out there and get you a couple runs. You want to throw up a 0, come back in, and see if they can't get you some more.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Pulled high in the air out to right field. De Aza moves over. He's got it 1 away.
This has just been a rough day for this guy so far in this one. Everything they're hitting is hard, even if it's right at someone.
Starlin Castro will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. That's wide, 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Over at the knees, and that's the second strike.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
Bases are empty, one man out. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
The center fielder, number 27, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout will stand in. He, of course, the most valuable player in last summer's All-Star game. There to start him, but it drops a little low for ball one.
You can tell a lot about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Now on 2-0, we've got a fastball count, and we've got a good fastball hitter. That might spell some trouble if he indeed gets one out over the plate.
Both teams with 6 hits so far. Running is Castro. Pitch misses. The throw down. Ball's there, and he is out trying to take second. Good throw.
And this throw had to be on the money because this guy got out of the blocks pretty quickly that time over at first. But this throw is an absolute pearl. Never gets more than 5-6 feet off the ground, and he guns him down.
Ready with the 3-0 pitch. Bat explodes as this has popped up.
That ball was so deep in his kitchen, that was the only thing he could do was foul it off, break his bat, and hope to get a better pitch on the next one.
Here it is on 3-1. And that one is a cold strike as he's rebounded to run it full now, 3-2. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swing and a liner. Foul. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Oh, a reaching try as he knocks it down. And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely.
And that's one of those where even if he fields this thing cleanly, he was going to have a tough time squaring those shoulders back up and then throwing all the way across his body. But once it doesn't find the pocket, forget it. It's going to be an infield hit.
Before the first pitch, a check at first. And the runner back. Here's Bryce Harper now. Yes, he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet. Not by a long shot.
Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. A dive, but he's back.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
The 0-1 pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Way outside. 1-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. hit hard to short. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Boy, he's seeing the ball well here early in this first month of the season. Here he doesn't try to do too much with this. He just takes it the other way. That average will climb even higher. He's got another base hit.
Matt Holliday standing in now. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. So the 3 straight hits have that man right there, perhaps assessing his options.
3 straight 2-out hits, too. That makes any move a little more complicated.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Taken in by Simeon. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair, but they still lead it 3-2. Chris Davis makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Stepping in now, Stephen Vogt. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. And he lays off the pitch up and in, ball 2. Three and 0 now.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
Liner toward right center, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Oh my goodness, this guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
Mark Canha steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Oh, that's a good fastball right there, and you had to figure that he was looking for that sinker.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. And there he goes towards second. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
Now a little tapper here up the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Here's Yonder Alonso as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Two runs, 7 hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hit to third. He'll send it on to Castro at second, and the inning is over. 1 left for Oakland. Still a 3-2 ball game. Number 18 will come in and pitch now.
For the A's, number 18.
Chris Carter will start things out for the Yankees here in their half of the 6th.
First baseman, Chris Carter.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Two and 0 now.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
2-0 count, and the pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Ball 3. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Davis going back, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Yeah, and this ball was hit pretty well, but it was always going to stay in the ballpark. And you see the left fielder just drift back and make the play on the warning track.
Here's Didi Gregorius. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. The 0-1 on its way. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
On the ground up the middle. Backhanded. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.
Standing in now, Tucker Barnhart. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Burns is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Back here in the Bronx, Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th. But before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Trevor Plouffe will get his 3rd shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy is really seeing the ball well.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
Chopped foul right at home plate. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Oh, 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
You get a look there at his pitch breakdown so far. Well, that sinker of his is a great weapon to have, and he picked the right spot to use it there.
Alejandro De Aza will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. And that's taken for strike 1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
Swung on and chopped to third. To his right, Solano on to first, and there were 2 down.
There's nothing easy about this play right here. It's a high chopper, so he knows he's going to have to field and throw pretty much all in one motion, and he does so here to get his man. That's a nice play.
Into the box, Billy Burns. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
He's at an even 100 pitches now for the ball game. I'd have to think this will be it if he can get this guy.
Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. A's are gone in order. They're down 3-2.
Seventh inning stretch.
Donovan Solano steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the seventh.
Third baseman, Donovan Solano.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
He's come at him with all off-speed stuff so far, but if I'm at the plate, if I'm hitting, I'm thinking he's going to have to throw a fastball here sooner or later.
Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home seventh.
If you're looking for a good way to add to a one-run lead, a leadoff walk never hurts. Let's see how they want to play this from here.
Shin-Soo Choo will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Ran the circle change in on him. A ball and no strikes.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially if for a guy in this part of the lineup.
One 0 count. Here it is. That evens it up. 1-1. One and one. Here it comes. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him. And I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Well, this is a tough way to help your on-base percentage out as a leadoff hitter, but he's on base here regardless.
Here's Starlin Castro. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? There's 1. On to Alonso. It's a double play.
First and second, nobody out. You think you're in a great position to do some damage here in this inning. And then, the one thing that you could not have is the double play, and that's exactly what you get.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Looking to keep this a one-run game, and a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. One left for the Yankees. They're up 3-2. Vinny Pistano will be summoned from the bullpen now, as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
61. Vinny Pistano.
Leading off the inning, Marcus Semien, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Dribbled to the right side. Barnhart scoops it up. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Michael Young will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Line drive to left. But this will hang up just a bit as it's taken in chest high for a tough second out.
Whew, nice play.
Well, how about this out of the bullpen? 3 pitches, 2 outs. Can't do a whole lot better than that.
Chris Davis will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all-or-nothing type hitters. But, hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field. And this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left, and the A's have come back to make this a 3-3 game.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up, and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a .220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Now batting, catcher, Stephen.
In now, Stephen Vogt. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. But the A's come back to even things up thanks to this solo home run. Home half of the 8th coming up. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Brian Shaw is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Brian Shaw.
Bryce Harper digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
Designated hitter, Bryce Harper.
And too high with the cut fastball. It's 1-0 now.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count. Outside and low, 3-0.
He's having a little trouble finding the strike zone here to start off the inning. And it's a long road back from 3-0.
Here it is on 3-0. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And here's the left fielder, Matt Holliday. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a liner, but foul. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for one. Back to first, and they're able to take care of Holliday as well. A double play.
Well, it was a promising start to the inning. You get the leadoff man on in the tie ball game, but all that optimism comes crashing down here on the double play.
Here's Chris Carter now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Burns on the run. He can't get there as it falls in. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a 2-out double.
Now batting.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning, but now all of a sudden they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double.
And time will be called here, as with the important go-ahead run at second base, they'll opt to go and get a little more speed out there. Didi Gregorius digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second.
Well, no complaints on this end, guys. You've got to love any game that's this tight, this late.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and it's now 5-3.
Oh, hard to pick a better spot than this to come up with your first home run of the year. This is a location mistake, pure and simple, and he doesn't miss it. He drives this one over the wall to give his guys the lead.
John Axford will come on here looking to get the final out in the home half of inning number 8.
Now batting, catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Stepping in now, Tucker Barnhart. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Whoa, there's that calling card right there. First pitch up and in right out of the bullpen. Wake up, everybody.
Here it comes, 1-0. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
All even now, 2-2. Two out, nobody on. Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2. Donovan Solano would be next. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Yeah, they went to the slider there on 3-2, and that's a pitch where you're really hoping a hitter will see fastball and swing through it. But it didn't work out that time. He winds up losing him.
Donovan Solano will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Hit hard, but caught at first by Alonso. Pretty much right in the glove that time, and the inning is over. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. Last chance coming up for Oakland. It's now 5-3 New York. Now the beautiful views of Manhattan at night. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show from right here in the Big Apple.
Now pitching for the New York Yankees.
So with the save situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed. The very hard-throwing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. Aaron Judd is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Aaron Judd.
Kicking off the top of the ninth, Mark Canha, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
Hit back up the middle. And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the ninth.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Here's Yonder Alonso as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there has got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
Nobody out, runner on first. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Chapman sets. Here's the 2-0 pitch. A strike, and it's 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Yeah, an important first out there. Now, he's not out of the woods yet, especially since the tying run will still be at the plate. But now if he can get a ground ball, he could end this thing right here.
Into the box, Trevor Plouffe. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Now a ball bounced foul near Wash, third base coach Ron Washington. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Runner at first here, one man out. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Well, so much for being thrown out of rhythm by that leadoff single. Doesn't seem to have affected him one bit. Come back with the 2 straight strikeouts, and now he's turned things around in this inning.
Rajai Davis will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball, but this will get foul. 2-1. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
And a good job here to come in and finish this one off. And in doing so, he's going to pick up his first save of the year.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top 5-3. Good night from the Bronx.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Yankees. 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. For the Athletics, 3 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. The winning pitcher is Vinny Pistano. His record is now 1-0. The save goes to Aroldis Chapman, his first. The loss goes to Brian Shaw. He falls to 1-1. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening, and please drive home safely.